A very good morning, students. Today we are going to study Glimpses of India, that is chapter 7 from class 10th from First Flight book. Let us read part A of this chapter, A Baker from Goa. This is written by Lucio Portrigues. Let us see the brief introduction of this chapter. This is a pen portrait of a traditional Goan village baker who still has an important place in his society. A baker from Goa revolves around the relevance of a baker in the Goan culture, which dates back to the time when Portuguese ruled over the city of Goa. The Portuguese may have left, but the bread makers continue to have an inevitable stature. In this story, the author recalls his childhood days and their excitement on seeing the baker. They were enthusiastic to the point they would run to him as soon as they woke up without even brushing their teeth. Let us see the explanation of this chapter. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about those good old Portuguese days. The Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread, those eaters of loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. We still have among us the mixers, the molders, and those who bake the loaves. Reminiscing nostalgically means thinking fondly of the past. Loaves, this is the plural form of loaf, bread that is shaped and baked in a single piece and can be sliced for eating. Vanished means disappear suddenly or completely. Molders, that is a person who molds dough into a shape. This story takes us back to the time when Portuguese ruled Goa. They were very much famous for their breads. The narrator often finds his elders thinking about those good old days and telling them that the famous breads date back to the time when Portuguese ruled over Goa. They think over the past and tell them that though the Portuguese have left Goa, but the bakers of bread still exist. Those age old time tested furnaces still exist. The fire in the furnaces has not yet been extinguished. The thud and jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo heralding his arrival in the morning can still be heard in some places. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. These bakers are even today known as pedder in Goa. Furnaces means an enclosed structure in which material can be heated to very high temperatures. Means भट्टियाँ जहाँ पे ब्रेड पकाई जाती हैं. Extinguished means cause a fire to cease to burn. Means बुझ जाना. Heralding means announcing. Means declare करना, उनके बारे में बताना. Pedder, word for baker in Portuguese language. Writer says that the profession of bread making is still exists there. The bakers are still being referred to as peddlers. Everything about baking is still the same, ranging from those who mold the bread loaves to the furnaces which have survived the ravages of time. The sound of their arrival and the thud of their bamboo stick can still be heard just like the olden days. During our childhood in Goa, the baker used to be our friend, companion, and guide. He used to come at least twice a day. Once when he set out in the morning on his selling round, and then again when he returned after emptying his used basket. The jingling thud of his bamboo woke us up from sleep, and we ran to meet and greet them. Why was it so? Was it for the love of the loaf? Not at all. The loaves were bought by some Paskin or Bastin, the maidservants of the house. What we longed for were those bread bangles which we chose carefully. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. Companion means a person with whom one spends a lot of time. Means dost. You can say jingling, make or cause to make a light metallic ringing sound. Means awaz. The narrator recalls that the baker acted as their friend and companion during their childhood days in Goa. The baker used to visit twice a day, once while he was on the round to sell his loaves, and the other time while returning back with his empty basket. Having sold all the loaves, it was the sound of his bamboo stick that woke the children up. The children were so excited to meet him and choose from the bread bangles or cancon he made specially for them. While the bangles were for children, loaves were for the adults that were generally collected by the maid servant of the household. The baker made his musical entry on the scene with the jang jang sound of his specially made bamboo staff. One hand supported the basket on his head and the other banged the bamboo on the ground. He would greet the lady of the house with good morning, then place his basket on the vertical bamboo. We kids would be pushed aside with a mild rebuke, and the loaves would be delivered to the servant. Step means stick, rebuke, and expression of disapproval as scolding means datna. The baker often made a musical entry with his bamboo stick. His one hand supported the basket on his head while the other banged the bamboo on the ground. He would go house to house and greet the ladies before handing them over the loaves. The parents would scold the children and make them stand aside. But we would not give up. We would climb a bench or the parapet and peep into the basket. Somehow I can still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves. Loaves for the elders and the bangles for the children. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouths properly. And why should we? Who would take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? And why was it necessary at all? The tiger never brushed his teeth. Hot tea could wash and clean up everything so nicely after all. Fragrance means a pleasant sweet smell. Parapet means रेलिंग ए लो प्रोटेक्टिव वॉल मतलब जैसे चार दीवारी बनी हुई है होती है चारों तरफ स्मॉल डेट इज कॉल्ड पैरापेट Bangles here refers to the bread in the shape of a bangle called cancon. But the children, his one hand supported the basket on his head while the other banged the bamboo on the ground. He would go house to house and greet the ladies, the parents would scold the children and make them stand aside. But as they were very eager, they would climb a bench or the wall to peep into the basket. They did not even bother to brush their teeth before having those bread bangles because it seemed unnecessary effort for them to pluck mango leaves from the branches to use them for brushing the teeth. They considered brushing unnecessary because the hot tea could effortlessly wash their mouth, and they thought that animals like the tiger never brushed their teeth. Marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the bowl. Just as a party or a feast loses its charm without bread, not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. The lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of her daughter's engagement. Cakes and bolinas are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. Thus, the presence of the baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential. Feast means a large meal, means a grand party. Okay. Bolinage means another name for coconut cookies. Bread is an important part of the Goan culture, and it is evident from its presence at every important occasion. From sweet breads at marriages to sandwiches at engagement Parties and cakes and coconut cookies at Christmas as well as other occasions makes the presence of a baker in every village very essential. The baker or bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress known as the kabai. It was a single piece long neck reaching. The baker usually collected his bill at the end of the month. Monthly accounts used to be recorded on some wall in pencil. Baking was indeed a profitable profession in the old days. The baker and his family never starved. He and his family and his servants always looked happy and prosperous. Their plump physique was an open testimony to this. Even today, any person with a jackfruit like physical appearance is easily compared to a baker. Plump physique means pleasantly fat body. Open testimony means public statement about a character or quality. Means proof, you can say. The baker had a way of making monthly record of bills on a wall using a pencil and then collecting the money at the end of the month. Baking has always been a profitable profession. The baker's family and workers have always been happy and joyous. The baker was usually fat, which was proof that he had a lot to eat and hence was a proof of his richness. Even to this day, someone with a well built body is compared to a baker. So, students, this is all. I hope you all have understood. Thank you for watching the video.